So I didn't start Diablo like 20 minutes prior as usual. Normally I'd open it up and kind of let it run while I have a countdown sort of thing, but it didn't even run for like really full 10 minutes yet. The reason why is because I've done this area 3 times. And it keeps crashing, specifically down in the dungeon. But I've gone side to side, I've gone up and down through this area, and now I'm gonna go back to side, but when I go up and I get to a dungeon, I'm gonna go and try to clear through it. He wanted us to get the true Diablo experience. I mean, it's pretty fucking accurate to, like, you know, when your parents like dump out the internet and you gotta go again. So it's not too inaccurate. But, yeah, I want to get up to the point where I'm dealing with that under area. I think all my shit's good to go. And then I want to go battle that, because my logic is if it's going to keep crashing, my best bet is to go and get that little section removed from the run, because it's the only thing slowing me down from going into the next area and finding the waypoint. I have to clear it to go into the next area. But if it's already cleared, then I have to re-clear the Frigid Highlands. Then I don't have to go down into the thing. And, like, frankly, as a kid, like, I would have probably... Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting us to have enemies on the thing. I would have, like, zigzagged around the place in any direction. I would have, what do you call it? I would have kind of like gone into this. I would have definitely clicked into it probably a lot faster than I probably normally do, because like stupid kid motives. These guys are moving pretty fast, so there's a special. There he is, up in the back. Eldritch fucker up the back. I can't quite see him properly. But we'll see how we go. Year 2000, he started the game and it went and got a snack. I mean, to be fair with Diablo and stuff, I don't remember it like taking too much to run. I remember like the biggest thing was, I think we'd normally like access the internet pretty early in the day. Like we'd connect into that, kind of leave it running. It would drop out sometimes. And then we'd like be able to freely use the computer and stuff. But yeah, like just had more patience and shit, you know? Yeah, I don't mind like rerunning areas. I like seeing the difference in enemies. I like the fact that I am getting like a little bit of XP. You know, it's not as bad as like the River of Flame where I just perpetually kept dying. That was a bit raw. We got Eldritch the Rectifier, extra fast, fire enchanted, or enchanted. Nice. Yeah, I've basically spent like the last couple of days asleep. I'm not even joking. I was really sick on Tuesday. I spent like most of Tuesday being like really sick and I couldn't sleep. Which is pretty normal with me. But then I slept like Tuesday night. I woke up like sometime Wednesday. And I was like, it's so fucking cold. It was, it felt like it was already like 0 when I woke up. But it reckoned it was like 10 degrees and felt like 5. And I'm like, usually the felt like temperature is usually pretty accurate here. So like the weather will normally say, hold on, let me go back out. It'll normally say something along the lines of like, oh, it's X temperature, but feels like blah. And the feels like temperature is usually accurate to whatever it actually is in the area, what it feels like. What's the acrylic with the C? What is this?
Good to see you.
I gotta identify some stuff because I picked up some belts and shit.
Good afternoon.
But yeah, it was kind of too cold to like deal with the night. So it was gonna get colder. And I'm just like, no. I was already like pretty worn out from like how cold it was. So yeah, I ended up going back to sleep. I woke up like early today. And I was like, fuck, I can't sleep now because obviously I've slept a lot. So I spent most of the day awake, played with the cats and stuff, and then I fell asleep again for like a few hours. And yeah, that's basically how today has been. I tried to make the house like warm. I tried hard to make the house warm, but it ended up just not being the case. And then my partner came home and opened a window. He didn't know. And so now it's fucking freezing. It's gonna get freezinger. So yeah. He was just like, I just want like some fresh air in here, and I'm like, it's cold now. But yeah, the main thing was he didn't know I don't have like warm clothes for tonight. So I've got a heater on. I tried to like press the door shut as much as I could, but the problem is like having cats, they tend to just keep pushing that open. So no matter how many times I like close the door, they're gonna push it open to get out. Oh, there's a special up here. Hey, Abra. What are you up to? Oh, mate. Can you guys... You're not interested in attacking that. There's a special explodey up here. Oh, man. Yeah, so this is gonna be about as hard as I think it is to get through where I want to go. Right? Working as usual. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so... For anybody that doesn't know, I've done this, like... This is like third time round, this section for hell. And I've got all the map. I need to like basically zigzag through and kill the enemies on it and stuff. But I'm working my way up to... Where is it? It's pretty far up there. So I'm working my way up to here. So I've got to kind of like hug this wall so I don't incite too many enemies all the way up there. Especially these exploding guards up the back here. The hell are you throwing at me? Oh, it's a lasher guy. That'd be what. I'm like, these guys don't send that. Sounds with Wolfwatch trying to happen. No. But yeah, I'll have to scoot up along this wall as best I can. And then I'll go down the thing. Which of course is dangerous because if I lose my shit down there, I'll have all these enemies up on the top area that may come down to me because like this will still be full of enemies. I'll still have to come back out and clear it out, but the objective is to get rid of the, I think it's called the Abandon. I need to get rid of that as a dungeon so that I can not have it because my game keeps crashing at about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and that means that I take about 2 hours and 40 minutes to clear out most of this area plus that dungeon. If I don't have the dungeon, I can move forwards. And yeah, it helps. I don't wanna chase these guys around either. My Diablo 1 Retro Wednesday. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure you said that. Just you're also gonna do like Unreal Tournament and shit. Yeah. No, my random game night that I used to have on Wednesdays, like a lot of my games are older. They're like 20 odd years old. Right, and so like normally I would cycle through those on like Wednesday, but I haven't had Wednesday streams for a little while, and I won't for a bit because I'm supposed to be rigging my avatar, which I definitely didn't do yesterday. It was too cold. It was the kind of cold where I didn't want to put my arms outstretched. This one. This is my favorite game of all time. Personally, I like it like this. And I've played it like this for like 20 years. But yeah, this is my favorite game of all time in general. Which is why I'm playing it. I played like Diablo 4 and shit. I'm not gonna keep killing that. I thought that there was an enemy up in there. Yeah, no, I tried playing like Diablo 4 and I just wouldn't stop bitching about it. And I'm like, you know, carrying it to this game and I'm like, if I'm gonna complain about it, I might as well go play it. Like, I kept comparing it one to one. There's a special dude over there I've got to be careful of. The other hard part about this is I know that there's enemies just trapped behind like one wall away. This whole way up. And my general instinct with this is to like kill them all and slowly progress. But since we're basically kind of against the clock, kind of with the River of Flame, I don't have that luxury. Yeah, I told you there's a special up there. Look at that electricity fucking flying. I don't want none of that. But, oh man. Let's be wrong with Crash Out. Yeah, the thing is, like, the hardest part about this is I don't want to actively speedrun it because this is a nostalgia playthrough. And with the OCD parameters and stuff like that of, like, recreating the character I had when I was 12, when I had the really bad OCD. Like, there's a lot of things that I just have to do. And I'm fine with that. Like, if I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing the playthrough and I wouldn't be committing so fucking hard to redoing it. But, like, the crashing and stuff is making it very difficult in certain areas. Like, the River of Flame was one where we couldn't progress in the River of Flame because I had to go through that passageway to get to the next area. But to do so, I had to get the game not to crash every single time I went through it because... Oh, Jesus, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I had to get it to not crash because I still have to do the area and I still have to clear all the things and kill all the things, pick up all the things, sell them all. Oh, Jesus. But... like, there's only so much time I have as a streamer. Mind you, same kind of thing when I was a kid. What's this? Plague, Poxy, Unclean, Teleportation, Lightning, Enchanted, Cursed. Yeah, I know I do, but he's like almost dead. So if we can... There we go. Like, think about it like this. When I was a teenager, I definitely would not have had all damn day, all damn week to play a game. Like, except for the very rare exceptions where we got like, oh, we're on holidays. Let me pick up the fucking gold. On the very rare occasions where it's like school holidays or some shit like that, I would be like, okay, you know, we get like, instead of like 3 to 4 hours in an afternoon or a weekend or something like that, I get like maybe 5 to 8 or something like that, or a bit longer.
Hello.
Like stuff like that happens. Socketed stuff. There we go. And crashes are the worst. Yesterday the game was crashing, not only the game but also stream. Outlaws. I was really looking forward to play it. Yeah. Just as a heads up, don't self-reference too much back to streams and stuff. I consider it to be a little bit of like sort of self-promotion-y sort of stuff. I know it's not like direct, like coming in here and saying, hey, I'm streaming this, go check me out and stuff, but it walks a very fine line. So, like, I know you stream. I happily raid you and stuff because I like listening to you. I actually quite like your voice. Plus, I love your fucking cat avatar. It's so great. But yeah, no, I fucking understand. Oh, that's right. We're back to full gold. Okay. Okay, we're back to full fucking gold. Okay, we lost so much fucking money. Oh, we lost so much money last time. Oh, man. It's good, good. Now we've got... I can hear some fucking summoning wheel thingies going on. And, instant unrestricted gaming does to people, it's not pretty. I mean, like, if I had a chance to play games for hours on end with my friends and stuff... Oh, Eliza, don't die. Come on, come with me. I don't know where you're caught back there.
Use that.
Nope, but you can use the health to get your cheeks over here. You stuck? Sort of. Go play with that. You're not the special dude. Okay. Special dude must be one of these. Eliza just got her absolute cheeks handed to her. It's insane. No, mate. Which one of you is that one? Eliza, come with me. Come with me. Holy crackers. Come on. Yeah, no, if I could play like a good amount of hours with my friends and stuff like that, I would. But Diablo is not the one that I'm going to be doing that with because I primarily play it solo. The other thing too is I can't... There's like one thing I can't test in regards to this, and because I'm doing this playthrough as like completely on stream, I can't just like log in and test my character or make a new character because I have to wait until this one's done before I can play any of the others. To be able to test if it's just the character or if it's the game in general, because everything is updated, everything is verified. I believe it's just my game. What name is Slasher, not Splasher. Or Enchanted Spectral Hit, Cold Enchanter. Oh man. Tell you what, the music latency. Oh mate, there must be another one there. Also, I know, Abra. I know. It's just that sometimes what happens is, in particular, I used to get a lot of people come in and they would talk. Like, they'd come in and, like, they'd talk about, like, their streams and or, like, the games that they were playing. And then they'd be like, well, I'm off to go live or something like that. So I just kind of, like, crack down on it a lot more nowadays. It's like, I don't mind talking to people about, like, what games that they play and stuff like that. And I don't mind, you know, mentioning that people are streamers and stuff like that. But, like, I tend to find that I kind of like to sort of build up a bit of a sort of rapport with individuals before I feel comfortable with them, like, mentioning that they do stream a lot on their own kind of thing. Just to make sure that it's not like, what do you call it, like your poaching kind of behavior I've seen some people do. I don't think that that's what you would do. I don't take you for that kind of person, but it's just a overall rule that I've kind of applied to everyone, just to make sure the footing's kind of on equal grounds. And I sort of, as I get more comfortable with people and stuff over time, I'm like, I'm quite happy to talk about, you know, streams and the games that they've played and stuff like that, especially since, like, if it's somebody like yourself who I go and, like, watch in my own time and stuff, like, I'll end up, like, talking about you or mentioning or shouting you out and doing all those things anyway in, like, my own time, because I'll be like, I've been enjoying watching this person and they're doing blah and stuff. But yeah, just as a general rule, to kind of, like, snuff out a few people that were kind of purposely coming in the early days and doing that, I've just, like, cautioned to, like, back off from it a little bit, sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, I spend a fair bit of time, like, listening to you and watching you and stuff, so I don't feel like it's going to take me very long to be comfortable with such stuff. But yeah, it's honestly nothing personal. It's literally just, like, in case somebody else was walking here and they don't know, oh mate, somebody in here is special. They don't know, like, how long I've been, like, watching you or talking to you or stuff like that, and they go, okay, it's cool for me to, like, say or do certain things. And yeah, it just kind of, like, slows that down, slows some people's roll down. Other people it, like, causes them, oh hello mate, how did you get behind me? Other people it causes them to, like, speed up and do it more. Mate, I do not know how you get behind me, and I don't know why Eliza isn't healing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but she's not healing. I gave her a lot of health too. I also picked up a lot of shit health, apparently. What the hell is wrong with you that you're not healing? I haven't really seen it where she just hasn't automatically bounced back, unless she's poisoned and it's not showing her as poisoned. That wouldn't make a lot of sense though. I gotta be careful with these explodey guys, by the way. Oh, hello, you're that special lasher dude. No, I was gonna put a Valkyrie up next to you, but fuck that. You're Ash, Venom, Demon, Stone Skin, Magic Resistant, multiple shots. You know what? Help us. Let's get rid of this wall, because this is gonna take Valkyrie a while to get through. And I want both of them to be able to help me with this. Mostly in, like, distracting them and stuff. I don't know what you're on about, but she doesn't need... I think that's a gremlin or something. Eliza, please come in. There we go. Okay, just come and stand with us. That's a little bit safer. So he's Demon, Stone Skin, Magic Resistance, multiple shots, but he's immune to cold. There's that. No, it's all good. I figure you were probably on ads during my conversation, but yeah, no, I totally get that it's not that way. I just kind of like, particularly with like people I'm just getting to know and stuff, I prefer to kind of like hold off on like, you know, the awareness that, you know, certain oh yeah, that's fine. It's one of those guys type of thing. I kind of like hold off on like, you know, what games they're streaming and stuff like that, and I normally kind of like let myself get comfortable with like, you know, I'm watching your streams on my own time, stuff like that, and if you happen to be watching mine, that's fine, but like I'll generally probably bring you up well enough, like frequently enough kind of thing, but it's mostly just to deter what I was having happen, was that I was getting like new faces kind of coming in and just kind of like semi-shouting themselves out, like what they were playing and when they were playing it and stuff like that, then saying, hey, I'm off to stream now and stuff like that. So I just kind of like, as a general rule, just kind of caution people away from it, because like if I know you stream and I like what you stream and stuff and I like watching you and stuff, I'll talk about you anyway, and then that will give you the floor to kind of like speak about it and stuff. But yeah, don't worry about it. Like I said, I don't really take you for like self-promoting and stuff like that, but it's just a general overall kind of thing, you know? We're still in a long con sale on Streamer Heart. Oh man, you know, I don't get those because of the verification thing. You know, the fucking artists that come in and they're really friendly with you for fucking ages, and then like they're like, hey, do you want to sample my wares and stuff like that? Yeah, no, I don't get those because of the verification shit that I've got on my streams and stuff. Plus also I got Seribot and stuff that kind of helps, because they auto cancel out certain terms as well, so that you can't just like get away with saying it will auto hold it and shit in stream, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's always in the case of that, nothing personal. I just want to get to know my fellow streamers and stuff like that and stuff before I like, you know, start kind of like hyping them up myself, you know, because I fucking will. Like I said, I like your voice, Abra. I love listening to you like play games and shit, and I love your cat out of guitar. I absolutely adore it. I love that it always looks like it's kind of like doing that, you know, that there was a meme a while back, like the white cat that kind of like throws its head back and kind of like does this rah kind of like roar type thing. It reminds me of that every time you talk, because it like shakes a little bit. So yeah, like I get deep amusement out of that. Yeah. Plus also I think that like, because your cat's name's Momo, right? Like I kind of like feel like Momo like embodies your voice very well as well. So like I like that too. So I respect the hustle, but there's got to be a more time efficient way to do it. Unfortunately for what they're doing, for the scams that they're doing, there really isn't. Like I consider it to be like one of those infectious virus type things, you know, like the old chainmails of old. Stretches paw, cracking to happily, snuggling both forepaws. Nor. Give you some ruffles, Viking. Because I'm stretching. But I see it like why is my arrow going that way? Hold on. Let me go send it. Okay, now it's going the right way. Alright, I don't know what was going on, but I was aiming over here and I was shooting my... Anyway. Yeah, no, I see it as like a bit of a virus type thing. Is they'll come in and they'll kind of like latch on to the streamer, and they'll send in like 2 or 3 of them, and then they'll go to like the next streamer in that person's chat, and then they'll go to the next one and the next one and stuff like that, and that's just kind of how it flows. So like if I saw it at least once one night where I was playing, I'm actually not quite sure, but I ended up raiding somebody. It had to have been Grimworld, because I had a bot that came in, and it was one of those language bots that are training to talk to you in an almost human way, and they ended up saying some like weird shit in mine, and I don't have much tolerance for this crap, so I ended up banning them pretty quickly. But like at first it just sounded like, you know, a new person that maybe had like a language barrier going on. And so like some of the stuff they said was a bit off, and I thought maybe that they might have been under the influence or something. But then I ended up finding them in another streamer's stream the same night, and they were saying some really, really offensive stuff and absolutely pissed off this other streamer. And I was like, oh wow, I hope that didn't come from me, because I banned them, but doesn't mean that they weren't, you know, didn't come in on me, you know. I ended up going through their stream, their VOD afterwards, and it turns out that they were already in there harassing them as well. But sometimes when you raid somebody, you sort of like infect them with the bots anyway. Little known fact, you can infect your favorite streamers with bots if they're not protected from it, because like I've got all the barriers set up so they can't talk in mine until they can, and then they get banned. So it's a bit of a waste of time for them to spend a month getting the verification up if they don't have a phone verified account. And then you raid into somebody that doesn't have all that set up, and bam, you get like 5 of them suddenly talking, and I'm like, oh my god. But we all fucking have them. It's just that some of them will sit there and they'll go for the easier targets that don't have the barriers up and stuff, you know. It's busted. Oh, it is funny. Yeah, no, I love your fucking cat avatar. The thing is, like, I tend to find that when it comes to like fellow streamers and stuff, I don't really have like a specific preference for if there's a, you know, a face cam, no cam, VTuber, PNG tuber. I don't really care. I'm kind of indifferent. But I do like rating people that have got pets in some kind of feature kind of thing, in kind of some kind of way. Mind you, it also, like, to make me keep coming back and stuff, they also do have to be like at least somewhat, like, I was gonna say like tolerable, entertaining, and I'm like, that kind of doesn't sound that nice, but it's true. It's like, it's gotta not be like horrible, off-putting and make me want to go every time I like go and visit and stuff. But yeah, no, like, some people have been like, oh, put like a cat cam on your stream, and I'm like, I wouldn't, because my cats would knock it over, and I'd like I value my privacy and stuff, but like, they would. Because Azula isn't always on her bed, and you'd only ever get Azula, you never get Phoenix, so there'd be a distinct lack of Phoenix involved, you know? Happily it receives Ruffles smells. No. I had to do something about it. Oh my god. Regardless of appearances, don't be so hard on yourself. Appearance is pretty subjective. So, like, you'd be surprised what people do and do not find, like, to be attractive. Not everybody's got the same coding for what is and isn't. But, still, I look at it this way. If you feel more comfortable having a PNG tuber as an avatar and stuff like that, by all means. If it's working, it's working. Like, I quite like the fact that I've got a PNG tuber. I originally didn't have any kind of self-representation on screen. I was originally a faceless stream. But I figured if I was ever going to have something, I'd definitely have my avatar and stuff, because, like, she's me. So, like, that makes perfect sense to me. But, like, I didn't really know how to, like, make PNG tubers, how to make VTubers, stuff like that when I started streaming. I had to learn how to make a PNG tuber and stuff. And I'm in the process of learning how to make a VTuber as I'm making her. And that is a lot of work. It's taken me a while. But yeah, no, I know that I would always use her and stuff. Even though she's, like, modeled off me, and I'm her and she's me and stuff, just in, like, 2D form. Like, I just don't really want a camera kind of thing. Like, I don't want to deal with... Specifically, my biggest thing was, when I started streaming, I didn't want to go from, like, a 0 to 100 in creep value. Like, dealing with, like, pervs and shit, and lewd remarks and stuff from the get-go. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to have to tolerate that every single night, which is also for anybody's interest why my like restrictions on like safe for work 18 plus no lewd shit is so high. Like, I sometimes make like a innuendo or something like that, but I don't want to bond over like sus shit with my community and crap, you know. Is it nods back into happily? No, I actually quite like Vikin's avatar too. I was asking during the 10-hour Rim Connect Vikin, because I was doing shout outs to you guys at the end, and I didn't know if you like still streaming lately. It's like I follow you, but I haven't like either caught you live or haven't seen you live for a while, so I wasn't quite sure during that. I figured you might have fallen asleep by the time I was asking, because it was like it was a pretty long stream, you know. Not streamers that don't say anything. Watch enough LPs to appreciate the parasocial socialization. What are LPs out of interest? I just don't know what it references. A waiver! Holy shit! How the fuck you been? How has like studying and stuff been? I've been keeping an eye out for you for fucking months. I was expecting to see you back in March. Holy crap. It's like, you're only 4 months late. No, you're good. Now, how the fuck are you? Holy shit. I thought that you were like really super busy and stuff. God damn. It's good to see you. I'd love to hear how everything is going. Yeah, you said back before Christmas you'll like you'd probably be busy for like the first 3 months, and you probably wouldn't have a chance to like catch any streams and stuff until like March, or it could have been May. I might have mixed up my months. What? Don't you lag out on me, game? But yeah, no, I was it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just good to see you. I was thinking, I'm like, oh man, must have got like really busy and stuff. I thought I said 6 months, so I'm sorry about that. No, it's all good. That could just be my understanding of time. Pretty bad with that. Yeah. No, I know you got busy up and around like November or stuff. I'm pretty sure. Just joking. Actually, more logistical issue why PNG tuber, but I like it. Maybe 1 year I'll do a face reveal. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm never doing a face reveal myself. I just don't want that kind of attention. Like the fun thing about being like a female on the internet is like you get everybody that's like, oh, you know, you clearly got to be a man with a voice changer, or you got to clearly be ugly to have like not have your face on screen and stuff like that. It's like, mate, I got like so many fucking medical conditions and stuff. I don't have the time or the energy to want to be fucking around with like getting dressed up and doing my makeup and shit just to like look semi-healthy on stream every day. If I wasted the time like trying to like do myself up before a stream, every stream, like the energy that I could be spending on that just streaming instead is so much more valuable to me. It's the same thing why people ask like about thumbnails and shit. When people are like, oh, why don't you do thumbnails on your YouTube videos? And I'm like, the amount of time that I spend could be spending